Good afternoon, everybody. It's Miss J here from our personal studio with another project for you on a Tuesday afternoon. So today's project is going to be nature inspired. We're going to make little sailboats from backyard findings. We're going to head outside to the deck and see what materials we're going to need. It's a little chillier than I expected, but that's okay. I'm on the third floor, so I put on my jacket and I ran downstairs and gathered up some materials. So I've got some bark, got one of the little dead trees inside of a bush. So I went in the bush and grabbed some of this bark. I've got some twigs. I borrowed some leaves from the little garden I have going on down there. That's pretty much all we're gonna need. So we're ready. Let's head back in. Okay, so we're back inside, and I'm going to show you a couple things that you can actually make with the materials that we gathered from outside. So my idea today was to make some boats. I've seen this online a couple times, and I know that when I was a kid, I made boats like crazy with my brother and my sister. We loved doing this. We loved going to the park, gathering up sticks and vines, tying them all together. We didn't have any twine or zip ties or anything like that. We just used our bare hands and made whatever we could, and usually worked out really well. We raced our boats in the river. That was really cool. I'd like to bring that project to you today. So I made a couple this morning. I guess I'm a little rusty because I haven't done this in a while, but that's okay. I actually tied this bundle of sticks together using another old sock. I just cut it into strips, and it actually holds really well. I found this vine right here that I used for a mast, and a dry leaf outside that I found to use for a sail. So the leaves outside right now are very dry unless it's just rained near you. So you might consider to soak them in some water for a little while so that they're a little softer and they don't rip completely. And then that would work fine. So I'll show you another example. This is actually a piece of bark from outside. Again, another little twig for the mast and leaves for the sail. So just some funky ideas for you to try out. There is no wrong way to do this. If you can get it to float, then it's your boat. So now I'm going to show you exactly how I made the stick bundle version using a bundle of sticks, some pieces from an old sock, and I've got some leaves here that I've soaked in water so that they're a little easier to work with. I'm going to rip off the stem and show you how to do it. Tie your stick bundle together. Next, find a flimsy little twig that's not too heavy that you can use as a mast. You want to stick it all the way through so that it even hangs out through the bottom. It will help to balance out your boat and it won't tip over. Almost there. So now we've got our stick bundle. We've got our mast that sticks out a little bit and also sticks down. So we're going to test this out to make sure that it will float before we add on anything else to disturb it. Grab the bucket of water. Take our construction, add it in, and you can see that it is floating. Really happy about that. So I'm going to take it out. Try to do this outside if you can. And we're going to work on our sail portion. So we've got a leaf. I found it outside. It was a little bit dry when I found it, so I submerged it in some water to soften it up so it's got a little bit of a bend. It's still a little delicate, so I'm not going to be too rough with it, but it'll work fine. So just looking at this, I don't want it to stick out too much. So I'm going to fold it in half and actually just with my fingernails start to make little holes. So I'm going to fold the leaf in half like this. It's still a little wet, so it's easy to work with. I'm not going to use scissors or anything like that. I'm just going to actually use my fingernails so that you can see I'm making just a little hole there. I'm going to do the same thing a little bit higher, just breaking a little hole. So once I've done that, I'm going to try to weave it through. So I'm going to start with the hole that's on the bottom, lay the leaf flat, and actually put it right over. So now I've got something like this. The leaf is actually laying down like this. Looks like a little mouth, opens up a little bit like this. So we can see that our second hole is ready to be used at the top. We are going to actually pull the top part up just a tiny bit and fold the leaf over so that the stick goes through the hole again. You know you've done it when you can see the stick on this side, but not on this side except for sticking out at the top. So now we've got something that works as a little sail. So it's maybe not the prettiest boat, but it's definitely going to float. Let's try just to make sure. So grab our bucket again, set it in front of us. So we've got our boat, the stick is sticking down, and voila, she floats. Alright everybody, thanks for watching. Have fun making these little boats, whether they're for playtime or it's just something cool to put on your shelf as a decorative item. I know I had tons of fun reliving this really fun activity with Finn, who really is obsessed with coming over and sniffing the boats. But yeah, have fun today. Get out there in the sun, stay away from people, even if you love them, like everyone is trying to do, so we can see each other and hug each other again. So stay home, stay safe, and stay tuned. We'll see you next week, guys. Take care. Bye.